Well done, Mob Psycho 100, and well done, Studio Bones. That twist at the end of the episode, with Mob joining the Body Improvement Club, that was something, to be honest, I didn't see coming. That blew me away. That absolutely blew me away, because normally in anime, manga, light novels, the characters that are in a bad trouble to where their club is about to be shut down, usually the main character, the protagonist, joins that club to save the day. Even if he is forced into it, he still joins to help them out. That's normally how it goes. That is the normal, cliche, generic route usually miniseries go. And I'm not saying no series is bad, I'm just saying that's normally how it goes. And this episode, it instantly reminds me of why I like One Punch Man. How it's like a deconstruction and making fun of, like, shonen series. That's what One Punch Man did. And now seeing this, I'm like, yo, this is making fun of other series. Like, Mob Psycho 100 is just straight up just being savage. Just straight up making him join the Body Improvement Club. I was going to say program. Body Improvement Club. He joined them, and now he's going to be a part of them and doing probably 100 squat sit-ups, probably 10 kilometer runs a day. I mean, this man is probably going to become the next Saitama. That's probably what's going to happen, because, I mean, look, Saitama, he wasn't that strong. He's like an average human. Eventually, he trained, he did all this, training program, and then he became very powerful. I mean, who's to say that Mob Psycho ain't the next Saitama? But all shits and giggles aside, getting into the actual content, though, this episode, I need to take a moment to talk about the animation and art, because clearly it's not getting the respect it deserves. And it might, but from my understanding, from what I've seen, not many people are giving the awesome and unique art style that is Mob Psycho 100 the respect it really deserves. Because some will probably look at the art and maybe think that it's very awful. That's what some might look at when they see this episode, or see any of Mob Psycho so far. They'll probably look at it like, ew, it looks awful. The lines are not straight. It doesn't look like a normal anime. And instantly, I gotta disagree with that. Mob Psycho 100, I'm willing to say that this is probably the most well-animated series of Summer of Anime 2016. Not even joking. Yes, even probably higher than a Ufotable series. Now, Ufotable, they're pretty damn hard to beat when it comes to their fighting stuff. I know for a fact they are. But I gotta admit, when it comes to the unique art style and then the way the character expressions are with the animation, it's just something you do not see. And I mean, Studio Bones is definitely putting in a lot of production value into this series. They're definitely going all the way in, just like how Madhouse did with One Punch Man. And I'm very glad to see this. I'm very glad to see how Studio Bones is giving Mob Psycho 100 the respect it deserves. Not many anime studios want to do that. Not many anime studios want to give respect to series. A lot of these good series that are very popular, they decide to just make a quick buck and make the series shit just so they can cash in. And I'm just so glad Studio Bones is doing such a fantastic job with Mob Psycho 100, and they did a fantastic job with Boku no Hero Academia last season. They just have a very good track record so far. They're really doing good this year, and this episode, once again, just actually confirms that I really do love this series, and it's definitely going to be a very, very fun ride. So what was this episode about in general? So, it's kind of like Mob's character getting some characterization. Him trying to express that he feels like he might be wasting his time. He's not living his life to the fullest. He wants to do things that make him happy, and that's something I really like to see. I like to see stuff like this, to give him some characterization and even development. And the outcome of this episode, like I already said, him joining the Body Improvement Club, that was just so unexpected, because it would help him out, but also at the same time, just to see how he kind of just like, you said fuck you to the telepathy club. I'm like, yo, that's pretty fucked. But I mean, just to see the way he did that, I had a good laugh from that, and it was just such an unexpected thing that makes me really interested to see where our series is going to go on from this point onward, especially when it comes to those characters that were turned down by Mob. Now, Mob, he wants to find this place because of one reason, and this one reason alone is thanks to this girl he met in the past that he was trying to impress with his Esper abilities. He was, being able to bend metal, take care of ghosts and stuff, make things float. Mob was impressive. He is a psychic. He can do these crazy things, and this girl he was trying to impress eventually got very bored with him because it was the same thing. She's like, oh, I've seen that already. Boring. And to be honest, I don't think Mob really has any chance with her. I just got to be straight up. Because if there's one thing, if someone gets bored that easy and she has no interest in you, if it's just that, then most likely you're just not compatible. You two will not be compatible. Now, I'm not the best at giving advice. I'm just saying, though, that I highly doubt Mob and her will ever get together. But his motive to want to improve himself, now, I do like that. He wants to improve himself and make him change as a better person. I'm happy to see that. Now, one thing I noticed that is a reoccurring thing in this series, and like I said, I'm an anime only. I have not read the original source, so everything that I watch from the series is brand new to me. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know what everything is going to happen. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what Mob Psycho's, like, 100% is. I know it's building up to, like, some form of explosion or something, and I'm assuming it's where his power reaches its maximum potential, kind of similar to Escanor and, you know, the Taizai. I'm thinking it's something like that, but I could be completely wrong. But right now, though, I noticed one reoccurring thing, and I wonder if it's a message that One is trying to let us all know, because if there's one thing that the writer of One Punch Man does, he does give these messages and these little, you know, I guess comedy, satire that makes fun of other series. I wonder if he's trying to say something about, like, how a lot of characters in, you know, different manga or literature constantly get used, and they're constantly kind of used to improve the agenda of other people. Because we see Reagan throughout the first episode, and even in this episode, how he's using Mob to further his goals for he can become more famous and, you know, get more money. And then you see how, you know, he was used also by other people throughout this episode, like, you know, the Telepathy Club wanted Mob in their club for they could continue on being lazy and doing nothing. And so overall, I noticed that that reoccurring theme is going on. A lot of people want to use Mob, and he wants to actually do his own thing. He doesn't actually want to constantly listen to these people, which is a huge step up from a lot of protagonists you normally see in anime or manga, because, I mean, there's a lot of characters I've seen, even from this anime season, no fucking joke. There's characters that will do everything you say no matter what, and he won't care about his own well-being, or it's a character that, you know, just will, you know, suit someone else's desires to help them out, but he won't give a shit about what he wants to do, and he's constantly used. I'm just glad to see a character kind of wanting to do his own thing, and, you know, he did something completely unexpected and joined the Body Improvement Club. So yeah, my overall thoughts of episode 2, it was a fun episode to watch. It was definitely a very enjoyable watch, engaging, and the art animation complements this entire series, especially with the music. So yeah, I feel like Mob Psycho is definitely looking to be one of the best series of Summer of Anime 2016. If it continues this route, it definitely will become one of my personal favorites. Instantly my personal favorite. Now, ReZero is currently my favorite ongoing right now when it comes to anime, but I'm willing to bet, though, if I don't count that, Mob Psycho could easily become my favorite of the season if it does continue down this road that it's currently set upon. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I mean, how do you all feel about this week's episode of Mob Psycho? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.